It's 2:13 a.m. Your body is begging for sleep, but your mind is sprinting. One memory, one mistake, one conversation, one what if, and suddenly your brain becomes a movie theater that only plays the worst scenes. You whisper, "Stop thinking," but it doesn't stop. Because your brain isn't trying to ruin you, it's trying to protect you. Your mind is doing what it was designed to do. Keep open loops open, like a computer with 47 tabs, overheating in the dark. And every tab has a price. You pay with sleep. You pay with energy. You pay with mood. You pay with discipline. And that's how people quietly lose their lives. Not in one big collapse, but in 1,000 nights of broken rest. So tonight, I'm giving you a trick that takes 10 seconds. Not a meditation, not a quote, a physical move, a shutdown switch. It's called the one-line dump. Because when you put the thought on paper, your nervous system stops guarding it. And if you ignore this, you'll keep fighting your brain in the dark until your sleep becomes a war zone and your life slowly shrinks around your exhaustion. This is your final signal. Miss it, and it could quietly change your life forever. Habits of transformation. Habit 1. Catch the midnight loop. Overthinking before sleep has a pattern. It always enters through one of 3 doors. Door 1. The past. Regret. Embarrassment. Why did I say that? Door 2. The future. Worry. Pressure. What if it goes wrong? Door 3. The unfinished tasks. Emails. Loose ends. Don't forget. Don't name the problem. Name the door. Say it quietly. This is the past door. This is the future door. This is the unfinished door. Because once you name the door, you stop being trapped inside it. You become the person holding the handle. Habit 2. The one-line dump, the switch. Now the main habit. One line, fast, messy, honest. Because your mind doesn't need beauty, it needs release. Think of your mind like a clenched fist. The one-line dump is the moment you open your hand. You're not fixing the problem, you're lowering the pressure, and you let it sit on paper like a weight. Because paper can carry what your brain shouldn't carry at 2 a.m. Habit 3. The tomorrow box. After you write your one line, you add a tiny box under it, and you write one small action for tomorrow, not 5. 1. Example, tomorrow, send the email at 10. Tomorrow, write the first sentence. Tomorrow, ask the question. Tomorrow, pay the bill. This is powerful because your brain doesn't calm down from positive thinking. It calms down from a plan. Plans are sedatives. A plan tells your brain, we're not forgetting, we're handling it. And suddenly, your mind stops gripping the thought like a hostage. Habit 4. Close the tab with a line. Now do the closing move. Draw one straight line across the page. That line is a door. That line is a boundary. That line means shop closed. Your brain needs endings. Unfinished endings keep the mind awake. Finished endings invite sleep. So you train your nervous system. When the line is drawn, the day is over. Not because life is perfect, but because sleep is not the time for war. Habit 5. Replace why with what. Night thinking loves one word. Why? Why did I do that? Why am I like this? Why does this always happen? Why is a maze. It creates tunnels that never end. So you swap it with what. What is one fact? What is one step? What can wait? Then you write that one thing in the tomorrow box. Habit 6. The 3 exhale break. If thoughts keep pushing, use your body. Inhale normal, exhale longer, 3 times. Because your nervous system doesn't speak English, it speaks signals. The goal isn't instant silence. The goal is control. Habit 7. The 10-second world. Overthinking feels like forever, so you shrink time. Tell yourself, I only have to handle the next 10 seconds. Not tomorrow, not your whole future, just the next 10 seconds. Then you do the full sequence. One line, tomorrow box, draw the line, 3 exhales. Because big fear breaks people. Small steps rebuild them. Habit 8. The no scroll rule. Let's be real. Most people don't lose sleep because they can't sleep. They lose sleep because they keep feeding the machine. Phone glow, drama, news, random videos. It's dopamine in the cockpit while your brain is trying to land. So make this a rule. Bed is not a phone zone. Not because phones are evil, because your mind cannot shut down while the world is screaming at it. Sleep is a landing. You can't land a plane at full speed. Habit 9. Train the habit when you're calm. This is the cheat code. Don't wait for a bad night to practice. Practice the one-line dump on normal nights. Even if you feel fine, write one line. What went well today? Or what do I want tomorrow to be about? Because repetition creates reflex, and reflex beats emotion. So when a hard night comes, your body already knows the exit. Why this works? Real psychology. Your brain doesn't overthink at night because it hates you. It overthinks because it doesn't trust you to remember. Your mind is a security guard. It stays awake when it thinks something is unsafe. Writing makes the thought feel stored. A plan makes it feel handled. A closing line makes it feel finished. Exhale makes the body feel safe. So your brain stops guarding, and sleep becomes possible again. Not because you became a new person, but because you gave your mind a system. What happens after 7 nights? Night 1. It feels weird. Like one line can't matter. But one line is not the solution. It's the off switch. Night 3. You fall asleep faster because your brain learns paper holds the load. Night 7. Your bed becomes a sleep queue, not a battlefield. And when you start sleeping better, your whole life becomes lighter, more energy, more patience, more discipline. Because sleep is the foundation, and foundations change everything. You don't need a perfect mind to sleep. You need a clean ending.